Very good afternoon, dear students. I, Dr. Kunjal Lodwala, welcome you all on behalf of Agarwal Vidyavihar English Medium College in the written and spoken communication session. As you know that I'm done with the prose and poetries that are there. Those are there in your syllabus. If you have any queries, I'll be taking online session, live session, so that you can pose your question over there and we can discuss in live session. That I'll be planning to discuss this thing on Saturday, so that it will be feasible for you also to find out the questions in this week. And earlier also that you had certain question in your mind, you can ask the questions. Now moving ahead with the writing session, functional writing session. In that you have questionnaire. Now moving ahead with the questionnaire, you will be asked questionnaire. Two questionnaires will be there, and you need to ask minimum 15 to 20 questions. Now, the question is on your part that what is the meaning of questionnaire and what are the types and all such things. So, moving ahead with the how to write questionnaire, first of all, one should understand what is the meaning of questionnaire. So, let's have a glance over the meaning of questionnaire, types of questionnaires, what is questionnaire, questionnaire examples, characteristics of a questionnaire, types of questionnaires, types of questions in a questionnaire, then types of questionnaire based on distribution, questionnaire design, and steps involved in questionnaire design. So these are the questions that you might be having in your mind. And I tell you, questionnaire is the easiest functional writing portion in your paper style or in your syllabus also. So don't be afraid of this questionnaire, as something is new may create a kind of baffle, but at the same time it is easiest one. These all points are just need to be understood by you only. And I'll give you the example of this questionnaires also. I'll be providing you lots of examples in your Google Classroom. So I don't think that you will be finding any kind of difficulty while making questionnaires. So this is the only portion where you are not writing answers, but you are writing questions. So let's have a glance over it. Why I am telling you that not to write answer but write question. You'll come to know after understanding what is the questionnaire. So a questionnaire is an organized set of questions. The questions move around a definite inquiry. So you have to create the list of questions on the basis of certain things, and you are asking the question to seek a kind of inquiry, or you are seeking a kind of research, and you are just finding out of this research. So to find the things or to fulfill your purpose, you are asking set of questions. It could be 15 or it could be 20. So they have central problem. Why are you asking question? So you need to find out that what is the theme, what is the reason behind it, that you are asking a series of questions, right? So on the basis of that problem, you are asking the questions. So the number of the questions depends on the type of inquiry, and it might be socio-economical, it might be household things, it might be education related. So different issues, and to find out the solution of that issues or find out the problem behind that, you are asking set of questions. And ultimately, why you ask questions? To get the answer. So this is what you are doing while making the questionnaire. So this is the one point. Next, in one case, a dozen questions, that is 12 questions, may get the desired on the type of the inquiry. In another case, 2 dozens of the questions might not be sufficient. So why you are asking questions? Because sometimes what happens that if you are asking 12 questions also, then also you are not finding out the proper reason or problem behind it. But if you are asking 12, 20, 24 questions also, 2 dozen question also, then and then you may find out certain points. So that's how one has to prepare the questionnaire. So questionnaire should be long enough to cover every aspect of the inquiry and short enough to keep up the respondent's interest. You need to prepare or you need to frame the questionnaire in such a manner that respondent would like to give you answer. So you need to ask short or brief questions. It could be yes no question. It could be no tick mark question. Radio button you should give, and no they will just find, they just tick on it. So such kind of questions should be asked. And what kind of questions are there? So open-ended and close-ended questionnaire. So overall, from this, one can find out that a questionnaire is a set of questions typically used for research purpose, which can be both qualitative as well as quantitative in nature. Now, when I am using this word, what is qualitative and what is quantitative? So, qualitative is concerned with the people, how people think, how people feel, should about the topic, or what kind of, what an individual believe, what an individual understand, what they think on that particular topic. So that is what one has to ask. So which is related to qualitative uh, questionnaire. And quantitative means the use a structured survey. You have to prepare a structured way or survey which instrument that ask all the respondents the same question. So where you are giving options, and they cannot give answer beyond that option, right? So this is what you are just limiting the answers. So that is quantitative. So that you can find out the proper answer, that these many people have given the answer yes, this many people have given the answer no. So name itself is suggesting qualitative and quantitative questionnaire. So in a way, these typically are a mix of closed-ended question. This is full of closed-ended and open-ended questions. So you have to ask closed-ended and open-ended questions. See, closed-ended questions means you are giving options. So that is called quantitative questions. And open-ended means why are you feeling this, that you should go for this product? What do you think if you will be provided with better than this product? So these are open-ended. Open-ended in the sense that person is giving their own views and thoughts. So that is open-ended. One can write anything. So that is based on individual. So this is what questionnaire is made up of: open-ended and close-ended questions. And long form the questions offer the ability of the respondent to elaborate on their thoughts. So they should elaborate. And a questionnaire, if you are making questionnaire, so a questionnaire may or may not be delivered in the form of a survey, but a survey always consistent of questionnaire. So why you are preparing questionnaire? You are preparing questionnaire to do a certain kind of survey. And you are, if you would like to do survey, obviously you are not asking one question. You are asking series of questions. If you have noticed this thing, whenever you go for shopping or somewhere you visit any kind of mall or ice cream parlor, what they used to do, if they have newly opened the shop, they give you certain questionnaire. What kind of questionnaire? Questionnaire means a letter, or nowadays people are giving you tablet also. So if you visit any restaurant, at that point of time also they ask you about their ambience, about their food, about their uh, space and all such things, their service, their price, all such things with the with all kind of options, and at the end they will ask your opinion. Would you like to give a suggestion? So this is what called a questionnaire. If you visit CCD, there also you find this thing. If you visit any kind of new restaurant, if you visit pantaloons, there also people have certain kind of this series of questions. So in tablet, on in their tablet, or they provide you a kind of letter or a page where you need to fill up all such things, right? So this is called questionnaire. I hope it is clear on your part. Now, questionnaire examples. So customer satisfaction questionnaire. This is what I have discussed with you, that when you visit certain kind of places, they ask you know about their service. So what kind of satisfaction they are getting. So the customer satisfaction questionnaire, uh, this is the customer satisfaction questionnaire, uh, can be used in any form and in any situation where there is an interaction between a customer and organizer. So it is divided into two categories: product use satisfaction questionnaire and company communications evaluation questionnaire. So what is this product use satisfaction questionnaire? So the product use satisfaction questionnaire is basically used to understand product usage trends and collecting customer preference about product. So this is what I gave you the example, that whether you are satisfied with it, their services, their product. So what are your suggestions? What do you think or feel? So that is what you need to talk about. Now, secondly, that is the customer company communications evaluation questionnaire. So in this questionnaire, it is to evaluate internal and external communication and to check if the policies of the organization are being enforced across the board. So this is what to survey the things, that what is going on, whether it is become more popular or where the loophole is up about. So this is company communication evaluation questionnaire, where evaluation, the name itself is suggesting the evaluation, right? So it is about the evaluation. So these questionnaires examples have proved that they are typically cheaper to execute than surveys and often have standardized answers that are used to compile data. So to survey what kind of things they are doing, they are asking questions and how can they be better, and this is how they are accumulating the data. So they are limited by the fact, though, that the respondents must be able to read all the questions and respond to them. So it is like limited. They are not asking various questions, but they are asking questions so briefly so that they can get the response quickly. So this is what the purpose is all about. Now, the characteristics of a questionnaire. So what are these characteristics? So basically, the questionnaire design depends on the type of information that is required to be collected, and these qualitative questionnaires are used when there is need to collect explanatory information or proving or disproving a hypothesis. So generally, characteristics of questionnaires are based on qualitative and quantitative things. Qualitative questionnaire and quantitative questionnaire to create hypothesis. Hypothesis means uh, a kind of statement which might be differ from individual to individual. So it may be cultivate right also, it may be cultivate wrong also. And quantitative questionnaires are used when to validate or test any previously generated hypothesis. So some basic characteristics of this questionnaires are uniformity, then exploratory, and question sequence. So this uniformity, these questionnaires are very useful to collect demographic information, personal opinion, facts, or attitudes from respondents. So it is a standardized and uniform way of doing things. So one of the biggest characteristics is of this questionnaire is that it is standardized and uniform. Every respondent sees the same questionnaires. This helps in data collection and statistical analysis of the data. For example, a retail store evaluation questionnaire templates contains questions for evaluating retail store purchase value, a range of options from product sections, quality of quality of merchandise, and more. And these questions are uniform for all customers. So you find here the uniformity of the questions, where all these customers will get the same questions. There will be uniformity and standardized questions will be there, and they will be able to give their own opinion while giving, they are providing the quantitative questions into this. Quantitative means with the options. Secondly, exploratory. See, exploratory itself is suggesting that how they are after the explanation, what a person feels or thinks. So to collect the qualitative data, and obviously qualitative data means which is related to individual's opinion. So to collect qualitative data, the questionnaire could be exploratory in nature, and there is no restriction of the questions that can be in these questionnaire or the specific objective that is collected. For example, if a questionnaire is administered to the female of the household to understand the spend towards household incomes, a very structured question listed could limit the data collection. So how data collection will help to find out a certain kind of survey or problem. So here the household income, how they are spending. So this is based on that is individual varies, and how one is feeling, how one is finding it, what kind of difficulties one is having. So this is what exploratory data create. So it explore also and it explains also. Then question sequence. It follows a structured flow of the question to increase the number if response. So what is there? So question sequence. So the questionnaire typically follows a structured flow of question to increase the number of responses. So this sequence of question includes screening question, warm-up questions, transition questions, skip questions like difficult questions, and classification questions. So for example, a motivation and buying experience questionnaires template covers initial demographic questions all the way through to time taken in the section and rationale behind purchase decision, etc. For example, if you are buying perfume, so that person might be asking you which brand you like the most, why, then what is the look and feel of that brand. So all such kind of questions will tempt you to give answers, and later on they will provide you a new brand which provide you more than your favorable brand. So this is how they are doing. So this is what question sequence are made in such a pattern that response is going with a flow. So this is what the characteristics of the questionnaire. Now moving ahead with the types of questionnaire. So all learned above, that whatever we have learned till now, the questionnaire can be either structured or free flow. So you can structure also the questionnaires, or it should be free flow. So let us consider some other details. So what is the structured questionnaire then? So this structured questionnaire collect quantitative data because it is well structured. So it collect the quantitative data. So questionnaire is planned and designed to collect very specific information. It also initiates a formal inquiry or supplements data and checks previously accumulated data and helps validate any prior hypothesis. So see, its name itself is suggesting the structured questionnaire, which is no well prepared, well organized kind of questionnaire. In contrary, it is unstructured questionnaire. So unstructured questionnaire collect qualitative data. See, structured is basically related to the quantitative data, where everything is well organized. You provide all kind of uh, uh, options. Limited answers will be there regarding options, and it is the well formed kind of questionnaire. On the contrary, unstructured questionnaire is qualitative. When qualitative is there, obviously you need to provide lots of space where one can give the answer at their ease also, and not only that, what they feel they can write. So you are giving space to the respondents. So unstructured questionnaire collect qualitative data, and the questionnaire in this case has a basic structure and some branching questions, but nothing that limits the response of the respondent. So the questions are more open-ended as it is related to uh, qualitative. So you never know it will be diverted by the respondents. Here they are not diverted because you are giving certain options and they need to give answer from that only. Here you will find that how they are diverted. They are diverted in a sense that it is up to them what they feel, what they think, they write. If they don't want to give the answer, they won't give even. So they may not write even because they find that it is too lengthy. Why to write? Why to take? Why to waste time also? So it is open-ended. You cannot get any conclusion. No doubt, it follows a kind of basic structure where name is there, gender, religion, or caste, or something that is very much there. So they will follow this structure, but they will not follow the structured questionnaire follows. The way it is a kind of watertight compartment. They will ask you, one question after another question, how they have structured. So this is what very basic about the structured question and unstructured question. Now, moving ahead with the types of questions in a questionnaire. Now, there could be multiple questions types in a questionnaire. So some of widely used types of the questionnaires are open-ended questions, dichotomous questions, multiple choice questions, that is you are known to this word. Then scaling questions and pictorial questions. Till now I have used this open-ended question, right? So this open-ended questions, this helps to collect. This is basically related to, I would like to remind you again, open-ended questions related to qualitative questions, and where you are asking questions with why you like this brand, why would you come here again, what are the qualities that you like the most, uh, what are the no suggestions that you would like to give us. So all such kind of questions are related to open-ended questions. So open-ended questions help collect qualitative data in a questionnaire where the respondent can answer in a free form with little or no restriction. So here you give space to the respondents to give their answer. You give the space for them to write also. So 2-3 lines or 4-5 lines you give, and they will write according to their views and their reviews, right? So this is open-ended questions. I hope you are clear with this. Secondly, dichotomous question. So the dichotomous questions means the dichotomous question is generally, the name itself is suggesting dicho. Dicho means opposite. Opposite means two antitheses, like yes or no, right or wrong. So this is called close-ended question also. So dichotomous question, which is opposite to open-ended question. Dicho means duality, yes, no, true, false, like that. So this dichotomous question is close-ended question. Generally, it is yes no. It is called as yes no question also. So this question is generally used in case of a need of basic validation. So it is a easiest form of the questionnaire. You ask certain things. Do you like this place? Yes or no. So you have to tick. Rather, if you like it, you just tick on yes. If you don't like this place, then no. So this is what dichotomous question is all about, which is opposite to open-ended question. Open-ended question is not yes/no question. There you need to write everything in detail, right? So this is dichotomous question. Then multiple choice question. This you are aware about that. No, you have MCQs. So MCQs you are getting four options and you are no pick on the right answer. The same way, the multiple choice question are a close-ended question. Again, this is close-ended because limited options are given and answer is from that four only, right? So close-ended question type in which a respondent has to select one single select multiple choice question or many, that is multiple select multiple choice questions. Sometimes what happens that you may select 2 3 also, not in exam but in certain survey you can select certain kind of no if you find out certain things on Amazon or somewhere, there no you have given the priority that budget is given. So from these to these means 1000 to 2000, 2000 to 3000, 3000, 4000, 4000 and above. So you just tick that no whether you should like to go for 1000 to 3000. So where there you are writing, you are just ticking one. But as far as brand is concerned, there are various brands given to you. You are if you are not biased with one brand only, so then you can select multiple brands to all together, and they will provide you all such things together. So there you can select more than multiple boxes, right? So one or multiple boxes you can select or responses for a given list of options. So the multiple choice question is considered of an incomplete stem, that is question, or right answer or answers or incorrect answers, close alternatives and distractors. So not all question would have all of above, and these guidelines can be used as deemed fit or that best matches the expected outcome of the question. So basically it is related to the way of asking the question, whether it is required one selection or multiple. So this is called multiple choice questions. I hope you are clear with open-ended, dichotomous question and multiple choice question. Now moving ahead with the scaling questions. So the scaling type is that widely used in questionnaire in scaling questions, where these questionnaires are based on the principle of four measurement scale. So nominal, ordinary, interval and ratio. So you like this place a lot, very, uh, very good, good, then neutral, bad, worst. So these kind of examples, this kind of choices has been given to you. So the scale is given to you, right? So nominal, ordinary, interval or ratio. So some questions types of utilize the fundamental properties of these scales and rank order questions. So it is called Likert chart questions also, Likert scale questions, then semantic differential scale questions or staple scale questions. See, not to make it too difficult, you just ask questions that with the scale wise you ask that uh, do you like this product or do you like this service? So in that, good, then bad, and poor. So these three things are given to you, which describes the scale that whether you would like to go for good or bad or poor or neutral is also given in between. So you just go for neutral. That no, not so good, not so bad, neutral. So this is what, not yes no question, but they are giving you lots of options that very good, good, okay, or neutral, then bad and worse, or very bad, like that way, or worst, like that. Worse, bad, then worse and worst. So this is what no neutral question. Certain kind of scaling questions has been questions are given to you. So where you need to pick one. Then pictorial questions. So these questions type is the second easiest type of the questionnaire, where respondents are given the option from certain images, limiting their response to the options in the question, but increasing the number of responses. So in this case, in these pictorial questions, the respondents are given the options from the certain images and limiting their options. So with the image, you are given the questions. And this is rarely it has been asked by the students into the exam, because you cannot draw the question, draw the image and all such things. So generally it is used in different way. So for you, open-ended, dichotomous, multiple choice question and scaling questions are important rather than pictorial questions, right? So pictorial means when you access something at that time, if you are not robot, so you have to find out certain kind of uh, certain signs. So signboard should be there, then traffic signal where you are finding in which image, so then you need to take it. So this is called pictorial questions. So this could be asked online while you are surfing. So these are the pictorial questions. So now I hope you are clear with this thing. Till now, I'm yet to discuss questionnaire. Half of the questionnaire I have discussed with you. So till now I have discussed what is the meaning of questionnaire. It is consisted with the open-ended and close-ended question. Open-ended basically related to the qualitative, where you give your individual ideas. Close-ended means which is related to uh, limited options, and from that you need to write the answer. So close-ended and open-ended questionnaire. Questionnaire means set of the questions that you are preparing to do survey or research, and respondent would like to give you the answer. On the basis of their answer, you are finding out certain things, right? So researchers generally use this thing. Then in companies, customer satisfaction questionnaires are there. Then company communications evaluation questions are also there. So how in business also people are using this. Then characteristics of questionnaire: uniformity, exploratory, and question sequences are there. So these are the characteristics of questionnaire. Types of questionnaire: structured and unstructured. Structured is basically related to quantitative questionnaire, and unstructured which is related to qualitative, because this is where no answer is limited. From the options you need to write the answers, and here you are giving space to respondent, so it is up to respondent, because they are writing by their own. So it is not limited, answer is not limited, right? So types of questions in the questionnaires. So when you prepare the questionnaires, you need to keep in mind open-ended questions which is related to their ideas, feelings. Then dichotomous, yes no kind of questions. Multiple choice questions, you are giving 4 5 options, they need to select one or two three. This is based on the questions. Scaling questions means you are giving the scale, that kind of proportion, that no in which proportion you like the most. So good, very good, or uh, then neutral, then bad, worse, or worst. Then pictorial means image related questions. I hope you are clear with this. whatever I have discussed till now. Later on, I'll be discussing the remaining portion of the questionnaire. Thank you for the patience listening.